Action.
Hi, I'm Corey Vandersel.
I'm Brittany Hack.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, today we're going to work on the COPM, and that would be to identify your occupational performance problems over time. Things that you're having difficulty in now, things that you're wanting to improve, or things that you're not doing now, but you want to do it down in the future. So, let's start off with your name.
Brittany, Brittany.
Age.
28.
Okay, and your gender?
Female.
Alright. So we're going to work on self-care. That's the first section we're going to work on. And we're going to do the personal care. It's about dressing, bathing, feeding, and hygiene. And so, do you feel like you're having any problems, or do you feel like you want to improve, or you're not doing it now but want to do it in the future, like getting dressed, having difficulty showering, or you're not showering with your hair right now but you want to do it down in the future? Do you feel like you're having a feeding issue, or do you have hygienes?
Reaching my back with my left arm because of my injured rotator cuff would be a goal that I would like to do. I struggle with it right now.
Okay.
Getting up out of bed.
Okay.
It sometimes is hard when I wake up and I'm stiff in the morning.
So we would put that mainly on our next section. That would be function mobility. That involves transferring from out of bed or going into bed. So you would say getting out of bed or into bed?
Out of bed.
Out of bed?
In the morning.
Okay. And let's work on community management. Do you feel like you're having difficulty or having a hard time with transportation? Like having a hard time going to work, or you don't have a car but you want to end up going to work, and so you need to get a vehicle to go back and forth. Or do you have any problem with shopping? You spend a lot of money shopping, or you feel like you don't go shopping a lot. And finance, do you feel like you're having a hard time financing, or do you feel like you're okay but you want to improve, or do you not do it at all and you want to learn how to start financing better?
Okay. I find that sometimes it's difficult to go into work if it's pretty early on in the morning, and I woke up pretty stiff and uncomfortable from my left rotator cuff. Financing, of course, I'm paying off some of my debt, but I would always like to improve so that I could buy a house in the next year or 2 or 3.
Okay. And when you were talking about difficulty going to work in the morning, is that the transportation issue, or would that you say more of something else?
No, not transportation.
Okay.
Sometimes transportation if my car's not.
Oh, so you're having car issues recently? Okay. Alright. Okay. And we're gonna work on the next section, and that is the productivity. So, do you feel or are finding a hard time of finding or keeping a job volunteering at all?
Not volunteering, no.
Okay.
Not really so much as finding finding a job in the fields that I went into for the area that I live.
So you want to improve finding a job.
That would be nice.
You're having an okay time finding it, but you want to try to make it better to finding a job. Okay. And is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. What about keeping a job? Do you feel like where you work at, you've been there for a while, or in the past, or now, you feel like you're having a hard time keeping a job? Or do you feel like you're not having a hard time now, that you're in a job now, but in the future it's something that you're afraid of?
No.
No? Okay. And let's work on the household management. Cleaning, laundry, and cooking. Do you feel like you have any difficulty in household management? Cleaning at home, doing laundry, or cooking?
Probably laundry. When the baskets get heavy, it's difficult with my rotator cuff to carry it.
Laundry, okay. And let's do play in school. Um, are you in school at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Online.
Okay. And with the play skills, I know you're an older adult, but we can still play.
Not that much older. I'm only 28.
I mean, you can still play, such as volleyball, extra things like that. So, do you feel like there's play skills that you want to work on? Having a hard time communicating with teammates, or any activities you want to do? Are you having a hard time with homework, or things that you want to work on that you know you're not doing it now, such as being organized? You know, if you're not an organized person, but you feel like you want to be better in that, things like that.
Okay. I would like to do volleyball again. Maybe join the outside volleyball, beach volleyball at the bowling alley down the street
Okay.
with other adults. Kill some time in the summer and get healthy.
Okay. And what about? Do you have any issues with school or homework? My fault. Homework.
Sure. Well, I graduated with a 3.2 in my associate's degree, and I'm finished with that. But now going back to college, online has been hard for me to get motivated because I already have an associate's degree, so I'm getting my bachelor's, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. So the motivation is kind of hard to do something that you don't know what the end result is.
Okay. So you feel like you're having a hard time doing your homework now because you're losing the motivation? Is that okay?
Yeah.
No homework difficulties. Okay. Okay. And let's do leisure time. Usually that's everybody's favorite. So, do you feel like you have a hard time in a quiet recreation area, like hobbies, craft, or reading? Do you feel like you're having a hard time in that area?
I don't think I'm having a hard time in that area, but I think I'm having a hard time finding the time to do it.
Okay.
And a space to maybe do crafts because I live in a condo with, 3 children and a crazy dog and fiance, so there's not that much room for me to put crafts that maybe I want to try to expand on.
Okay. And outside, we got activity, recreation. That's sports, outings, traveling. Sports, like you want to get into playing sports such as volleyball, is one that you mentioned. We can definitely put that on there. Outings like festival events or carnivals, or traveling. You want to travel more, but do you feel like you're having a hard time doing it now, and that's something you want to work in the future, or you're somewhat doing it now, but recently you can't do it, but you want to keep doing it?
I love traveling and going to the ocean, so I'd like to be able to take as many beach trips as possible before summer's over.
Alright, so sorry about that. So you're saying that you travel now,
not as much as I'd like to,
but you want to travel more. Okay.
Go different places.
Alright. Okay. volleyball is a big important thing for you too, right? Is that correct?
I mean, it's not huge, but it's.
Is it something you would
something
like to
that I'd
work,
like to,
get into, join a volleyball team, things like that?
Maybe not a team, but the outside beach volleyball.
Okay. Okay. Socialization. That involves like group talking, things like that. Do you feel like you're having difficulty visiting? Do you feel like you're always staying at home and enclosed and you don't want to get out and talk to people, such as like not making phone calls or you were invited to parties but you feel not entitled to go or wanting to go? Or do you feel like it's something that you do occasionally but you want to improve it? Or is it something that you don't do at all and you're very not social but you want to become social and you want to do it more? Do you feel like you have issue about visiting people, making phone calls, talking to people with phone calls? Do you feel like you're not getting enough phone calls? Parties, do you feel lonely at parties? Do you feel that you don't go to parties? Things like that.
It's a very, very long question. I would like to visit some of my friends more.
Okay.
It's difficult because we're growing up, and when you grow up, you have responsibilities. But I'd like to see some of my friends more. Sure.
Okay. And as we go down the final step, I would like to ask you throughout everything you have named, you're going to go through the list and they're going to be 1 through 10. Um, 1 is that's not important to me. To 10, that's very important to me. And so it will break down the 5 occupation that you want to work on. So, on the dressing and shifting, you said shower from the back or washing from the back. Do you feel like, out of 1 and 10, how important is that for you?
Probably like an 8.
An 8. Okay. And dressing, you're putting on your shirt. How important that is to you?
I mean, it's not. I'm not struggling that much with it. It's maybe 7.
7. Okay. Function, mobility. Lifting up your
Lifting weights.
lifting weights.
Yeah. Even just small weights, because right now I'm trying to just do 3 pounds, and even just doing that.
Okay.
So.
I don't want a 10 scale. How do you find that as an importance to you?
Like a 10.
A 10, that's very important.
Because I'd like to be fit, so that's pretty important for that to happen.
So transferring, did you feel, you mentioned transferring out of bed in the morning, in the scale 1 to 10, how is that important to you?
That's probably also a 10.
A 10?
Got to start the day off right, so.
Okay. And community and money or finance, community management, finance, what would you rate that?
10. It's also pretty important.
Okay. Bike riding?
Like an 8 or a 9.
Okay. Paid and unpaid job. Working to find a job. How important is that to you?
Like a 9.
9? Okay. Householding management. Laundry.
Like a 5.
5? Okay. Play in school. Doing homework on time.
8.
Okay. Quiet recreation, crafting, or finding time to do craft.
7.
Or wanting to do craft. Okay.
you want me to help read it for you? Because I might be able to understand what I was saying to you.
Cut.